This was a more recent pickup, like within the last year or so. I started picking up some PS3 games. Some of them remastered from PS2. It was a lot easier than finding some of the PS2 games. And some of them just look better on the PS3, so that is why I grabbed them. So let's start on this pile here and let me show you what I've got. A lot of these were based on recommendations from friends and family and some people online and stuff. Like in forums, I'll look up if games are good or not. Or if they're decent, you know, how they play, control, story. So that means a lot of these games I haven't played. So I don't really have a backstory too much to them. But I'll talk about them as much as I can. Batman Arkham City. This was one I heard a lot of great things about. Pretty iconic, I think, from what I've heard. I think it sold a lot of copies. I have not played this yet, but I mean, it's a Batman game, you know, you gotta pick up the Batmans. I actually haven't played a Batman in a very long time. Like, I can't remember the last one, it's been so long. But I decided to grab one since, you know, who doesn't love the Batman? But Arkham City, so it looks like Arkham City's in trouble. Oh, there's Catwoman there. Sprawling mega prison in the heart of Gotham, home to the most violent thugs. I think I remember I popped the disc in. And I think Batman is in there, and you kind of have to get out of there. That was interesting. But that was pretty much as far as I made it. I didn't do anything else. By the way, if you have played any PS3 games or have played any of these, let me know what you think of them as well. Castlevania Lords of Shadow Collection. Castlevania Lords of Shadow Mirror of Fate HD. And it's the Lords of Shadow demo. Includes Reverie and Resurrection DLC. A lot of these games have like DLC codes, which I'm not a fan of. Especially since you can't redeem them now. Or especially if they already were redeemed, it's kind of useless. So I pretty much am just picking up games that are complete on the disc. If I can find them that way. That's the way I prefer it. But this was more a 3D castle game. A Castlevania game. And not really my style, but I wanted to grab it and try it out. I'm more of a fan of the 2D Castlevania games. It's more my speed. Not that I'm any good at the Castlevania games, but I just like to play them. DuckTales. Woo. I tried that whisper as best I could do. But this is the remastered version, and I watched this show all the time. Anybody else watch DuckTales out there? I know there are more of you. Don't hide it, just embrace it. But I loved watching the show and stuff, and I remember this being on the NES. And that game is expensive on the NES, I think, if I remember. or one of the harder to find ones, I think. So I had to grab it since it was remastered. And I loved watching the show. It was so good. Back in the day. And I always loved these fun little platforming type games. And I don't care if it's like more towards, kiddish and stuff. That doesn't bother me at all. I'll play it. Enslaved, Odyssey to the West. I think I picked this up in the game store, if I remember correctly. And I think it was cheap, and I never heard of this game, and I don't know, it just kind of went, what? So, 2 lives, 2 fates, 1 legendary journey. So you play as Monkey, a strong brutish loner who must work with a tech-savvy partner, Trip. It's kind of like post-apocalyptic survival, and I kind of like that, Fallout type thing. I like Fallout series, so this sounded interesting to me. Post-apocalyptic. And I like Fallout because it's, I don't know, it's a little dark, but not too dark. It still has that humor to it, so that's kind of my speed. Alright, we have the iconic God of War, which I have never played, but I've heard a million things about them, and I don't know what's the latest one out now, Ragnarok, I think. I have not played any of them, so I can't really tell you too much on them, but I did want to play them because I heard that they were so good, so I said, hey, why not? And I grabbed the collection on the PS3. There was these games on the PS2, but I figured since this, I think, oh yeah, remastered for HD. So since it was remastered, I figured, hey, let me get the better version of it. The thing is, though, oh look, I actually bought it in a store too. This one has a booklet a bit, but a lot of the PS3 games don't come with a booklet. Usually nothing, which is kind of sad because I like game manuals. So, I don't know, we'll see. I might still get the PS2 versions just for the game manual stuff. But we'll see, because I don't like buying games twice unless it's, like a really significant upgrade or something. So, of course, I had to get God of War Origins Collection, and it has Chains of Olympus and Ghost of Sparta. These 2 games were on the PSP. I do own both of those on the PSP, but at the moment, my poor little PSP, I think I need to clean it or something. It sounds awful. So I was afraid to play it on there. I haven't gotten around to taking a look at it or taking it apart or anything, so this was my safe bet. Plus it's remastered, so that's kind of nice. I mean, it's PSP, you can take it with you, but yeah, let me know if you have played any of the God of War. I'm curious. Alright, don't laugh, but we have Guitar Hero Aerosmith. I know, but I love Guitar Hero. Again, I'm not very good at it, but it is fun to play with family and friends, so this is the only Guitar Hero I have currently. I like Aerosmith. He's definitely a favorite artist of mine. And I do have a Guitar Hero controller, not an original one, because it was really hard to find. But I do have a, what was it? It's a third-party one. I think I picked up from AliExpress a while back. I have not put it together and tried it out, so we'll see. Maybe that's something I can try if you want to hear some guitar controller sounds. I don't know how that will come across, but we can give it a try. Alright, next we have Heavy Rain. I got this one at a game store also. Sometimes I just browse and something just catches your attention. But this one piqued my interest because, and I don't usually go for psychological thrillers, but it kind of has like a little story from the Origami Killer, and you have to figure out who he is and try and stop him. But yeah, I don't really go for like the psychological thriller stuff, but I do like the mystery part of it and trying to figure out, kind of who done it. So I like that aspect of it. And I've heard this game is pretty good, so I decided to grab it, and it was pretty cheap. A lot of the PS3 titles are pretty cheap. I mean, there are some like expensive sought-after ones, but I don't usually go for those. Next, we have the Jak and Daxter Collection, all remastered in HD. I think I picked up, did I pick up 2 of these on the PS2? I can't remember. I think it was 2 and 3 that I picked up, if I remember. Which I don't always remember. That's why I have an app and mark things down, because I forget. I have a terrible memory. But, Jak and Daxter I've never played, but I didn't grow up with PlayStation. I grew up with Nintendo, so I kind of looked at a lot of the franchises on PlayStation that I missed, and I was like, oh, that kind of sounds interesting. Let me jump into that. So, remaster, it's great. So, I've never played these. All I know is that it's like 3D platforming kind of things, and that's pretty much it. But I would love to play these. These look really fun. Okay, another franchise I've heard a lot about, Kingdom Hearts. I know Kingdom Hearts seems kind of cutesy, but I've heard it's, pretty good, and, has the Disney characters and their own characters that they put in it, but I've never played this franchise at all, and it has a couple of games in it. The Final Mix, Chain of Memories, and then 3 wait, is it? I forget how to say that. 358/2 or something like that. I don't know, it's weird. I do own this on the DS, I think it was. I'm pretty sure it was the DS. And I think I had Chain of Memories from, I said the Game Boy Advance, I think. And this one's card-based, so, like, I haven't even touched it at all. This, unfortunately, is just the cinematics. So, it's not even the game on here, it's just, you know, their, cutscenes and stuff, unfortunately, but, and I do have both of them, like, I have both HD remixes, so, yeah, at some point I'll get to them and play them, and I know people are like, well, why do you have so many games if you don't have time to play them? Well, one day I will, and when I do, I will be ready, and I will have a lot of fun. Okay, another franchise, Ratchet and Clank. I have never played a Ratchet and Clank, ever at all. I don't even know what he is. I know the other one's like a robot, but I'm not quite sure what the other character is, per se, here. But, let's see, you are playing a Pixar movie. I mean, it kind of does look like a Pixar movie when you think about it. Even just from the screenshots, it kind of looks like a Pixar movie. Which I'm totally fine with because I love the Pixar movies and all those kid movies. I don't mind watching them. Especially with my son. My son's 3, so we've been watching a lot of little kid Pixar movies. A lot of the ones that I liked way back when, like Shrek and stuff, so pretty fun. I don't mind watching those are okay. And the other Ratchet and Clank, All for One. And I honestly have no idea what order these came out in. I think there's like 2 more I'm missing. And I want to say that there's, I think there was like a Ratchet and Clank Collection on this system. Don't quote me on that. I know it was on the PS2. They had separate games, but I think they made a collection of like the first 2 or 3. So I have to grab it if they have it. Oh, speaking of collections, the Sly Collection, Sly Cooper. I have never ever heard of this series ever. The other ones I was familiar with, like Jak and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank, I've heard of them. But Sly Cooper, no, never ever heard of this. I think he's a raccoon, like a thieving raccoon or something. But when I found out the PS3 had the whole collection, I was like, yes, I need to get this collection. And I don't know, I want to say it's kind of like comic booky, which is fine. I don't mind that. But I can't wait to play this one either. It looks really fun. And I also picked up Sly Cooper Thieves in Time. And I think this was the 4th one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think this was the 4th one because the other ones were the first 3. Sly Cooper. But, what you think of it. Let me know. Sometimes I can get the disc to rattle. I think this was the first one. All the other ones must be securely in their place, I think. Okay, we have the Tomb Raider Trilogy, because why not? I have never in my life played Tomb Raider. I don't know, it's just never really a game I played, so the trilogy, I mean, sure, absolutely, you had to grab it. Is it remastered? So, I mean, that's the way to do, pick up a remaster. I'm sure that this was like remastered, maybe on the PS4, maybe on PS5 too, who knows? I don't have a PS4 or a PS5, and I probably won't get those systems. I might just stick with PS2 and PS3. And PS1 never really interested me, so I don't have any games from that system at all. But, I mean, there's not much to say. A lot of people know about Tomb Raider, so there you go. I have not played it, though. At some point. Okay, so this next one. I know. Don't laugh too hard, but Trivial Pursuit. I like these kind of game show puzzle type games. They're really fun. They interest me, so I will usually pick up a few on every system. You see me with like Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy before, so Trivial Pursuit should not be a surprise, And it's trivia, and I like that kind of thing, Sometimes I get it right, and sometimes I do not, but it's really fun to play. I kind of like this stuff. It's see how much you know kind of thing, so there we go. But I don't know, let me know, do you like these type of games too, or do you kind of stay away from them? You think they're like, shelf filler or something? But let me know what you think. Alright, these next three. So, Uncharted Drake's Fortune. We have on PlayStation 3. We also have Uncharted 2 Among Thieves. And of course, we also have Uncharted 3 Drake's Deception. I have not played any of these at all. But I mean, I have heard of the Uncharted series. You'd really have to be living under a rock if you did not hear about the Uncharted series. I just have never played it, but I've heard really great things about the series. I don't remember where I heard this, probably online, like Reddit somewhere, where somebody described these games as, it's kind of like Indiana Jones, but like in modern times. So, okay, I liked the Indiana Jones movies, so maybe I'll like playing the game. It's Indiana Jones-esque. But, we'll see. I'm pretty sure I won't hate them. I just, need time to get into it, and I for sure want to play them in order, so, I'll get to it when I get right now my PlayStation 3 is not connected, so I haven't played anything at all. And here is the last game in my collection, Worms Collection. I know, but I mean, the Worms games are so fun and funny at the same time. How could I not? So Worms Ultimate Mayhem, and Worms 2 Armageddon. Oh, Armageddon. But, strategy. I know this is a strategy type game, and, I'm not usually very good at it, but, the cartoon craziness, that's a good way to put it. It's the wackiest game. It is really wacky, fun, and funny, and, the little pop-up things that they say sometimes are absolutely hilarious. I think that's probably most of the reason why I like to play them is, to see the little funny things that they will say. But I do enjoy playing Worms from time to time. Okay, so this wraps up my PS3 games collection. I hope that you found this relaxing. But if you still need to relax, check the description for some more videos. I have ASMR playlists down there. Find something you like. And I hope you will be ready for sleep. Good night.